Welcome to Markets of Sunshine, and today's video I'm going to be making 2 journal cards using the Hunky Dory card pack called Flourishing Florals. And I picked out this beautiful blue and purple, and so what we're going to do is we're taking the card base and we're going to just use it and make a beautiful journal card with it. So this is a new style that I'm doing today with the journal, so it's really going to be fun and we're both going to learn as we go. So what I did was I have a little craft knife, and this was to be used with a Coluzal stencil set, and this little blade pivots so it's not rigid. It can swirl and twirl and move and stuff. Okay, so what you have to do if you want to do this same technique is have a nice cutting mat and then put your paper down, your cardstock. This is cardstock, so it's thick, and take your cutting tool. So what I wanted to do is score along this purple line here and then fussy cut out all around this flower. You see how the flower came off of that line, and then score here. So I've done that, and then look what result you get now from that. Isn't that beautiful? So this is so exciting. And so now what we're going to do is I'm going to score it here on this back side, and then it will fold again, and then we're gonna make a journal out of this. So let me see. And again, this is the first time that I've done this technique, so we're doing it together. All right, so since the flower's here, but I want to see, okay, so this is basically, all right, so just 2 7/8 of an inch. If I turn it around and open it, I need to find out where I need to score it here. Let me just put a little tiny mark so that I know. Okay. And I'm going to flip it around and lay that part that I fussy cut it out. Okay, so here's the line here. Alright, so that is kind of like, I think I need maybe to be right here. I think the 5 7/8 will do it. Yes, it will. And this is, like I said, very thick cardstock, so that's why you want to score it several times. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love this. Okay, so now look at that beautiful effect that we have. I'm going to move this over, and I want to really go over this again so that it will turn really nicely. There you go, and it'll lay really nice. There. Trying to get it to where it will lay as flat as possible. Okay, that's better. Oh, isn't that pretty? Look at how pretty that is. What a lovely presentation. Okay, so now some of the embellishments with this kit I have taken out, so I'm just looking at it to see what am I going to do. So just going to lay some of these here for now. I may not even use these. Okay. So may your day bloom with happiness. That I know I want on here, so that'll go there. This may be too big, so I'll set that aside for now. And then I'll see if I might pick out something here. I like to be able to leave this space here for me to write a message on, so I'm thinking I might do that. And then the journal papers themselves, this is going to be a little bit different than what we would normally do. So I'm going to make the papers and put them here. But first I want to decide what I'm going to do to decorate this here. If I'm going to do any other. Okay, I want one of these bows. I like the bow. Even though I have a bow here, I don't know, it just seemed kind of naked up here at the top. Just seemed like it needed something. Just needs another little bit of something right there. I don't like all this white. Okay, so that's going to take care of this. Let me get this here. This big piece will be saved for another project. I need to refill my glue bottle, so let me take a second and get the glue down to the bottom. Okay, so now I'm going to just dab a little bit. I love using Aleene's tacky glue. Gluing myself, as usual. Trying not to glue myself, and I always glue myself. And I will be doing a video on my Instagram channel, and I'll be doing all of my health updates over on my Instagram. So if you're interested in following along and finding out about that, then follow me on Instagram. So thankfully I'm seeing an improvement, and I'm super, super happy, of course, as you can imagine, about that. The medicine seems to be, my body seems to be adjusting to the medicine. And so that's a huge blessing. So instead of the craziness that was happening to me with the medication of all times of the day and night, disturbing my sleep and everything else. Okay, so which one looks better? The dark blue. So we're looking at what's going on in the card here. There's dark blue here. And then we have the lighter blue. I don't know, it's kind of like, I'm just not sure if that's if this darker one is the right blue. It doesn't feel right. Does it feel right to you? No, it doesn't feel right to me either. And there's just so much purple going on. Purple, I mean, that's, what do you think? Let's go with the purple. This blue's too pale. All right, let's go bold. Bold and beautiful, right? Okay, I'm gonna put the little dot here. So these two cards are for my friends. They're sisters from the congregation that came to the hospital and was by my side. They took turns. When one was gone, the other one was there, while my family wasn't able to be there. So they deserve a big thank you. And I mean, the love is just felt immensely. Prayers being answered all over the place. I'm praying for others, they're praying for me, so, and we are definitely seeing prayers being answered. So it's been such a wonderful feeling. So faith strengthening when you see your prayers answered. Okay, so this one, like I said, I want this little sentiment here. And then the card, the journal papers, and then I will write a message. And I thought a nice little gift for them both. I bought some plants, a beautiful orchid and a tea rose. I love tea roses, absolutely love tea roses. They are my weakness. Love them. So if you ever want to buy me anything, buy me tea roses. I love them. Any color. Love, love, love. I'm going to start a whole little rose garden of the miniature tea roses. I just absolutely, they grow well. They always have multiple beautiful blooms. They're easy to care for. And so I don't think we're going to get much, another, frost or anything here in Florida. Could be wrong. We might get one in March, but it's not going to harm it. All right, let's see. That looks like it's a little off right there. Ah. Boy, I tell you, once this glue sets up, it sets up. It's fluid for, quite a, long time too, but then, man, it just really kicks in. Okay, so now, to make this beautiful card, isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. I was going to cut it shorter, but I changed my mind after I folded it like this, because I said then that will make it smaller. Yeah, so it's almost 5 7/8, so that's perfect little journal size. This is 8, I believe I measured that earlier, 8 inches. Yeah, 8 inches. Okay, so 6 by 8, thereabouts. Okay. And here's my little holder for this. It's amazing how some things I keep the packaging with. This, I've had this packaging for at least 25 years. But I don't know why it was. It was just like because I felt like I would lose the tool. So I have a drawer that I used to keep all these in. It was right there in the drawer. I was so happy. So now he's going to come over here and go in my little caddy that's on my craft table. So what I use to make my journals are the kids' craft paper. And I finished a beautiful journal card for another friend yesterday. Her 95-year-old mother had to have, I think, hip replacement surgery. She's, how the bone breaks or something. I don't know. They always say they fall and then it breaks, but it's truly, I think they figured it out. It's actually the opposite that happens. So what I do is, since these are gifts, I won't, since it's not going to be sold in my Etsy shop, in other words, then I can take magazine pages from Daphne's diary, and I use these in my little friendship journal cards. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking these papers and then adding them. That one looks like it could go better with that. Okay, that's the cover. All right, so this one's going to go into that one, and then this one is going to go over here for this one. And I just like to add something decorative and not just have all plain journal pages. And then there was this really nice thing about lavender. And I thought I might include that one in here too for her on that page. So it's just so nice to have friends that you can count on, your family. So I only have one child, my daughter, so to give her and my husband a break, they would come home, make my meals because I could not eat the hospital food. I'm on a special diet, and I only eat organic besides to boot. Does the hospital have organic? No. And their gluten-free menu was one roll. That was it. So I was like, you know, and then everything else, I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not organic. So anyway, so when they would come home to get my food, then my friends were the ones who stayed with me and kept me company and kept me sane. All right, so I will cut this paper and this down now to go in here. So what we're going to do, okay, so let's see. Just first of all, we'll fold it that way. Let's just get a feel. Ooh, beautiful. It's going to fit. Yay! Perfection. Okay, so now all I need to do is I can cut a little bit off of this side and a little bit off of this side, and that will make that fit perfectly. And I love my little Stampin' Up cutting mat. So this is the way you can use your magazine pages without any kind of copyright infringement, is when you give it as a gift. Did I do that right? Yes. I wasn't going to fold it the other way. It's going to go in this way. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that, I might have taken a little too much off, but that's okay. All right, so now it's going to go this way. All right, so this is going to be the size, which is actually I like it like that because it's kind of like brings it back down there a little bit. All right, so it just needs a little bit off the top. All right, so now this is going to be the guide that we're going to use to make the rest of the pages. So set that over there. Same thing with this. Sure that I'm keeping the paper at the top lined up. Perfect. Okay. Now I always take the paper and individually fold it, and I use the little piece here at the bottom of the mat as a stopper. There we go. All right, so now here's this will be the back piece, this will be the front piece, and then these pages will be cut, turn it this way, and they individually are folded, but I can cut 3 at a time with this blade. Use this as my guide. Using the little stopper thing on the cutting mat, slide it over so that it lines up with this edge there. Bringing it back. Back and forth several times. Make sure that I get it all the way before I move anything. last thing you want is to move it and then you find out it wasn't lined up properly, and that's not fun. Okay, these are trash. And for this size, I don't do anything thick, so I just do 6 pages. And then that gives them 48 pages front and back. So that's a nice little size journal. And then they'll have your card, beautiful card, so they'll always know who gave them this card and who gave them the journal. So the card will not be thrown into a drawer. So my goal with everything I make is to have a useful purpose so that people will keep it. You don't want them to, you don't want to spend the money and the time to make something and that they just throw away or throw in a drawer. But a journal is useful. I don't know, should I save that? I guess I did save the others. So there's always a method to my madness, so this is what I do. And it's working out pretty good, and everyone that receives them loves them. I make these as anniversary gifts, and the one style that I had made a few years ago, when you use a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock and then you fold it and you put pockets on the end, that was just too complicated. They loved it, but it was like, okay, that one's too time consuming. Let's do something a little bit different. Okay, so here's my 6 pages. All right, so each one of these now will be folded and goes inside. I just use the side of my fingernail. All right, so we get all 6 pages folded. I don't know where my little wooden bone folder thing got to. I think it fell on the floor in here and got vacuumed underneath of something because I can't find it. And I am not going to invest in a new one because they are expensive. And it's a really nice one, so I will find it eventually. Okay, so here's the writing paper. All right, what did I do with the other piece? And here's the lavender instructions. And she loves, my friend that's getting this one, Delia, she loves the, she loves gardening, so, and plants, so she'll really like that about the lavender. And she's just now getting into using essential oils. So many of the friends are into that. People are into that. But unfortunately, I cannot. Ooh, see, this needs to be trimmed down. Needs to be trimmed just a wee bit. Okay, so what we're going to do. So I'm going to hold everything firmly together. And this calls for my sharp scissors. Let me see where I put those. My paper scissors, I think they're out in the other room. Alright, so I'm going to have to go get the sharp scissors, and then I will trim this off. I want it to be inside of there. Isn't that pretty? Look at how pretty that looks together. Oh, she's going to love it. And then I'm going to show you the super duper easy way that I hold all of this together. You're going to love it, and this is definitely, anybody can do it, beginners, but I mean, even if we're advanced, forget the sewing and all that. This is much easier. All right, let me get the scissors. Hold on. All right, so my quick and easy binding method is to just take a piece of beautiful baker's twine and then tie it in the middle. Tie your bow And that's all there is to it. Quick and easy. And look at how beautiful this card turned out. So a cute, adorable little journal card. So some useful information with this piece of paper. And then now some nice writing paper and a beautiful decorative cover, front and back. And then I'll have a nice little message that I write here. And that will be put it in a handmade envelope. So now I'll make an envelope using my envelope punch board. So a 6x8 card will be using 11 by 11 inch paper, and sometimes I like to go a little bit larger than that, so this was, yeah, not quite 6, but that's okay. And then the other, so if I wanted to go up a little bit, a 6x8.5 card would need an 11.5 by 11 inch paper. So let me do the envelope with you really quick because it's so super easy to do. So let me grab a piece of paper. Okay, I don't want cardstock, you want paper. This was in my stash in the garage for years, and when we cleaned out the garage, I mean, it really doesn't matter what pattern I go with, but there's a lot, some of this, okay, this one is perfect because she sews, and my other friend does as well, so that's the ones they're going to get. And we're not going to go fancy on the envelope. I'm not going to do anything fancy on it. It's just going to be the journal card that's going to be the focal point. The only little embellishment that I like to put on my envelopes when I give it to a friend is my cute little stamp, faux stamp washi tape. So I'll show you how to do that. Alright, so we're going to do 11 by 11. If you don't own the envelope punch board, it is an investment that you want to do. Okay, this one I'm not going to cut because I don't know if I'm going to do the other card the same style, which I probably will, but I don't know yet. Okay, so on your board, it tells you right here, you're going to punch it at the 4 7/8 line. Okay. See, okay, make sure you're seeing it. Okay, so this far left edge of the paper is on the 7/8, 4 7/8. You punch it first, and then you put your little scoring tool right up against this little open part here, and then you just, there's a little groove underneath. Just go down that groove. turn your paper to where it lines up with that score line. Punch it again. Now you're going to score it again. So you can see on this score, I can see the end of it. But when I turn it, then it's longer. But it's still on the 4 and 7/8. It's only when you turn it this way. Let's see. Yeah, so then it goes past 4 and 7/8, as you can see there, but you're lined up with the score line here, so you don't have to worry. Okay, now turn it, this back piece. You punch, and that rounds the corners. That's a little corner rounder. That's the only corner rounder that I own is on this little device. I've never invested in another one. Haven't seen a reason to do it. Always put your little tool back in the side of that. And then this is going to be, do I want that the outside or the inside? I'll do it. Take the card. Lay it inside. Okay, it looks like it's a little tight. I might have to make a little adjustment. Yes, okay, so this part is fine. It's this part that didn't get. Yeah, so I needed to go to the larger. This is how you make a little adjustment. No biggie. Easy to do. You see how easy that is? You don't have to start over. Don't throw it away and start over. Just fold it. So you always put your card inside, and then if you need to make any adjustment, then you just fold the flaps over it, and you're done. Perfect. That easy. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add glue. This is when I could really use a, let me see what this is. Oh, that one's empty too. It's like all my glue bottles are down to the bottom. See if I can find one that's, all right, let's see if this is, I'm going to take this out. Okay, so I get my paper towel. Not paper towel. Yeah, paper towel. Thinking napkin. Okay, and wipe off the excess glue there. So always put your item in the envelope before you start gluing it, because you could get it too tight and then it's not going to fit right. Then you would have to start over. And this is not going to be put in the mail. I'm going to deliver it in person since they're local. I'll be doing errands this weekend and then we'll deliver it. There. See? Snug as a bug in a rug. Alright, so while this one is drying, I will work on the other one with you. Let's see what design I'm going to do on this one. All right, this one is so pretty. So here's the die cut sheet. Here's the base. All right, definitely goes this direction. Okay, so I can't do the same fold that I did on the other one, but I could just simply fold this one in half and make it a beautiful journal card that way. So let's start off with that. But I'm going to get the scoreboard because this is really thick paper. This is not like your cardstock we get from the store. Very, very nice, thick quality. All right, so I believe it's 11 and a half. 11 and what? Is that okay? 5/8. Okay, 5/8. All right, and then okay, so 5 7/8 or 3/4. I can't quite tell now. If I'm off, I will just have to cut it. Nope, that was it. Okay. Oh no, it's a little off. Okay. My goodness, this paper, I'm telling you, is so thick. It's not easy to maneuver. Handle. Let's see if I can get it to pull down. I can hold it in place and then go over with my scoring tool. Man. This is not easy. No, I think I'm just going to have to trim it. Yep. Okay, well, it's too much to fight with it. I do want to bring this up. Even it up at the bottom at least. Okay. Alright, that's a little better. Okay, so now I only have this little bit there that I'm going to trim off. Hunting the scissors, so I put it right back in the caddy because I'm like, it's ridiculous. Okay, so now, front does not need any of this beautiful embellishment. I'm not quite sure that it needs anything in here, but there's no words with this one. Sad to say, why didn't they put words? I don't know. Okay. It just seems like a shame to waste this on the inside there, so I'm not going to do that. All right, so we're just going to cut the paper now. I'm going to decorate the outside here. We're going to jazz up the outside. All right, so I have, oh, here's some words. You are blooming lovely. Okay, there we go. Now if I did it this way, then I'd have to cut the card off there. If I do it this way, I could bring it down. You're still going to lose. I'll still lose. If I bring it all the way this way, then I get, I'll cut it off here. Okay, all right, we'll do that. I like that. Do I want to take the border apart or just leave it like that? I kind of like it like that. Or if I put this down this side, cut it here. That seems, I don't know, it seems odd to have it over here. Let's see if maybe here. Okay, so I have a nice little border here. And the words here. Okay. All right. I like that. Okay, that looks nice. I don't know, kind of looks good over there too. Well, it's kind of like now up to me to decide where does it look better. Okay. I've changed my mind again. It's going to go on this side. Okay. All right, first thing to do is to apply the glue. All right, so I'm going to glue it up to okay. I like that. I like it. I think it looks very nice. Ah, glue all over me. I always keep a little bottle of water. Now we're going to cut, let me see, I think I'm gonna have to get out the bigger heavy duty cutting mat. The other one is a baby, this is the heavy duty. First, snip off that. How come that doesn't look even? There we go. Thankfully, I could still move it. Okay. Now we're good. When all else fails, measure it again. Beautiful. Perfect. I love it. Excellente. Now I can move that up a little bit. Perfect. Looking really good. Love that. I don't think I need that, but I'll just put it aside. Now let's get our sheet of embellishments again. Okay. Fine, I definitely need to be sitting more often now. Okay. Wow, wait a minute. This has got a lot of... I couldn't see that before until I sat down, that I could see some residue. All right, now I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to take the embellishment and with the foam tape put it over the flower. Isn't that beautiful? I like it. It's so pretty. And foam tape is definitely something you want to have in your craft room. It is one of those must-haves. This is going to add the beautiful depth and dimension to this card journal. Card journal, journal card, whatever. Both names work. It's a card journal or a journal card, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I love that. Oh, just amazing what it did for there. Okay, so now the only other one I have is this one and this one. So let's see. I think this is the right size. Yep, that will work for there. that works for there. So you can really make a card more elegant with just this simple method of layering the same image over the top of the other image. So you can do this same technique with cardstock or scrapbook paper, but it works better with cardstock. And fussy cut out the images, 2 layers, 3 layers. You can go up as many layers as you want. And then right away, just because it has this dimension to it, it just takes it that step above ordinary. Okay, so I want it to be just a tad bit offset from the one underneath of it. Alright, now I gotta look at this one to get it lined up the way this is going. Okay. Flip it over. I only need 2 for this one. I don't think I'll need more. Okay, so then I get it laid out again. Let me see where I like it. Where is it looking like it's the best fit? Okay. Okay. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh, I hope you'll try this technique because it's just the perfect addition to make that just to absolutely come to life off of the page of this. So now all I need to do is cut the paper to go inside and the twine. So let me do that and I will be right back. Alright, here's the journal completed, and I put some cute little flat back gems on the edges here to bring out the color of this flower and some of the centers of it here. And it has the decorative paper, front and back, and then the writing paper in the middle. Made the other envelope for it, so that one's ready to go. And then here's the first one that we did. Absolutely beautiful. So there's nothing that says you can't make a journal card that where the cover does not cover the front. Look at how beautiful this is. An absolute beautiful presentation. And they're like an easel card, so they stand up. So they're really pretty. It's a beautiful presentation. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and in my next video we're going to be doing the slow stitch project. So I have that all laid out now. And I'm going to do a little bit of decorative embroidery stitching with you. And then I have new exciting kits that are going to be coming into my Etsy shop. Something that is really going to be helpful and useful for you that you will absolutely love to incorporate into your slow stitch projects. So stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss the next video. So thank you for being here with me today on my channel. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe if you'd like to join my creative community and get your weekly dose of DIY craft videos and modern lifestyle tips. So stay safe, keep creating in the sunshine, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Sugar, oh honey, honey, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you.
Pick the club that expresses your modern lifestyle, our Nature Therapy Club or our Gratitude Journal Club, maybe the Fitness Walking Club, and also the Pen Pal Club. The link is in the description box below. See you soon in the club!